Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving into a topic that's close to many of our hearts and stomachs: bread. Bread has been a staple in our diets for centuries, often introduced to us from a young age. It's comforting, versatile, and can be found in various forms across cultures. However, as we grow older and more health conscious, we start to realize that the bread we've been consuming might not be the best choice for our well-being. In this video, we'll explore how bread affects our health, particularly our blood sugar levels, and share some fascinating research on how we can make bread healthier for ourselves. First, let's talk about the basic composition of most bread. The majority of bread available globally is made from a combination of flour, salt, sugar, yeast, and water. While there are many types of bread, ranging from healthier whole grain options to more processed varieties, most people tend to consume the latter. The common white bread, enriched with refined flour, is particularly problematic. When we eat white bread, the refined flour quickly converts to glucose in our bodies. This rapid conversion causes a spike in blood sugar levels, which in turn triggers a spike in insulin. Over time, these spikes can lead to a host of health issues, including insulin resistance, prediabetes, and even diabetes. But that's not all. Consuming refined white bread regularly can contribute to other serious health problems. These include obesity, heart disease, clogged arteries, autoimmune deficiencies, and fatty liver disease. The list goes on, highlighting the importance of understanding what we're putting into our bodies and how it affects us. Now, let's delve into a fascinating aspect of bread consumption that many people might not be aware of: resistant starches. Resistant starches are a type of starch that our bodies, specifically the enzymes in our small intestines, cannot digest. Instead, these starches pass through to the large intestine, where they act similarly to soluble fiber. They function as prebiotics, feeding the good bacteria in our gut. This process is incredibly beneficial for our digestive health. As the good bacteria break down resistant starch, they produce short-chain fatty acids, primarily butyric acid. Butyric acid is known for its powerful anti-inflammatory properties. It helps protect the cells in our colon, potentially preventing colon cancer, and also provides systemic anti-inflammatory benefits that support various organs, tissues, and glands throughout our body. Now, I want to share some eye-opening research that could change the way you consume bread. This study, published on PubMed, examines the impact of freezing and toasting on the glycemic response of white bread. The researchers evaluated 4 different scenarios: fresh bread, toasted fresh bread, frozen fresh bread, and frozen bread that was then toasted. The results were quite revealing. Firstly, fresh bread, as expected, had the highest glycemic index. This means it converts to sugar quickly, causing a rapid spike in glucose and insulin levels. Next, they found that toasting fresh bread lowered its glycemic index. This is an interesting point for those who enjoy their bread toasted. However, the most significant findings came from freezing the bread. Freezing fresh bread reduced its glycemic index by about 31%. This means that the sugars in the bread enter the bloodstream more slowly, providing better blood sugar control and increased satiety. But the best results came from the combination of freezing and then toasting the bread. This method further reduced the glycemic index, making it the healthiest way to consume bread according to this study. Imagine this: by simply freezing your white bread and then toasting it, you can significantly reduce its impact on your blood sugar levels. This method slows down the digestion process, allowing a portion of the bread to resist digestion entirely and act as a prebiotic. This not only helps manage blood sugar levels, but also supports gut health by feeding beneficial bacteria. While this study primarily focused on white bread, it's reasonable to infer that similar effects occur with other types of bread, though the degree might vary. If there's starch in bread, this concept likely applies. However, for those looking to make healthier bread choices, consider options like sprouted whole grains, sourdough, 100% whole wheat, oat bread, flax bread, and 100% sprouted rye bread. These varieties typically have a lower glycemic index and offer additional health benefits. Unfortunately, many people, including children, friends, and family members, predominantly consume white bread. This doesn't just apply to the bread they buy, but also to the refined flour used in many processed foods. These quick-converting starches rapidly turn into glucose, leading to various health problems. In conclusion, while bread has been a dietary staple for centuries, modern dietary practices and health research suggest a need for more mindful consumption. By understanding the impact of how bread is processed and consumed, whether fresh, toasted, frozen, or frozen and toasted, we can make better dietary choices. This can help manage blood sugar levels more effectively and reduce the risk of various health issues.